Welcome back to the House of Floss and Fluff. My name is Carrie. Thank you guys for joining me for my 16th Flosstube video. Today is Thursday, March 14th. It's been about 2 weeks since my last update, so I'm doing better. Getting better at doing those updates. So I hope everyone has had a fantastic past 2 weeks. It's been fairly quiet here, which is nice. It's really nice. I like when it's quiet. Like I said, I really haven't been up to a whole lot. I do want to take just one quick minute and say a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. Everyone that has just joining me and all of those that have been here since the very beginning. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my videos and to comment and interact with me. I just appreciate it so much. This community has been so much fun to be a part of, and I've gotten to know some really terrific people and have made some really fantastic friends. So thank you guys to everyone, and I hope you guys will continue to watch my videos and enjoy them. So moving on, as I said, it's been quiet here, which is nice. I've gotten, fair amount of stitching time. The only thing that's really happened in the last couple of weeks, my back went out a couple of weeks ago, which I was laid up for about 3 days. That's not really a surprise. I've had back problems since my early 20s. It actually runs in my family, so it does happen from time to time. Thankfully, though, this time my husband was off of work for a few days, so that was nice because I didn't have to try and hobble around and do stuff. He was able to take care of everything. And then the only other thing that happened last week, Monday, I fell on the ice. So that sucked, but I was okay. I didn't get hurt, really bad or anything like that. The only frustrating part is that it was all due to my own stupidity. Doesn't that suck? When it's like you look at something that you did and it's like that it happened because you were the one that was stupid. No one but to blame but yourself. Needless to say, slippers and ice, they don't mix. Not at all. And I know this, but I was in a hurry trying to get my son to school. We were running a little bit behind, and I couldn't be bothered to take the extra 15 seconds that it would have taken to put on my boots, and I went out with my slippers on. But like I said, I was fine. Scraped my hand a little bit, but other than that, yeah, I came away okay. So, like I said, lots of stitching, so I got lots to show you guys today. I do actually have a FFO, finally fully finished something, and I do have another finish to show you guys. So we're going to start there. So the FFO that I have is from the Primitive Acorns on Etsy, and it is Easter Lamb, and I finished it into a cube, and I mainly use Vanna's cube tutorial, and then I also use Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery has a cube tutorial, and so I kind of mishmash them together. But I absolutely love this. So I had this idea in my head when I started stitching this piece, and it came out just so cute. And so basically I got the inspiration to do the cube this way with the fabric here, or the ribbon and then the fabric here, from watching all of the Flosstubers that do the really fancy pillows. And I just thought that would be really cool to maybe make into a cube finish, and it worked. So I got the blue polka dot fabric all the way around, well, not all the way around, but on the front part here and on the back. And then I got this really pretty gingham ribbon. And then on the sides, I'm using the burlap that I use in the bow, and then I've got lace ribbon around it as well. And then what I did with the lace ribbon is there's kind of a hole right here in the center. It looks like flowers to me. I took pins, and these are corsage pins, so they're a little bit longer, and they've got this really nice pearlized looking head on them, and so I put them around in a couple places. No, sorry, puppy, no, go lay down. So I put them around in a couple places on the side, and then I also have them on the top. You can't really see them on the top because of the bow, but I thought it was just kind of an extra little cute way to finish it. And then I did actually make my own bow this time, and it actually worked. So I took the burlap ribbon, took a little bit of the gingham ribbon, and then I just took some little scraps of the polka dot fabric, and I just tore them a little bit so they'd have the nice frayed edge. And I basically just smooshed it all together in the center, wrapped it and tied it with twine, so that way I could put the twine, I could put a pin through the twine to hold it on the top, and then I just glued a button on, to kind of hide it a little bit. That worked out really cute. So that's my fully finished piece. So I think that's almost like my first fully finished piece for this year. Trying to think. I've been really bad at fully finishing things. So yeah, so I finally have a spring decoration. I don't usually stitch for spring and summer. They're not my favorite seasons, so I tend not to stitch for them that much, but I'm trying because I'd like to, you know, decorate a little bit for them as well. Okay, so then the other piece that I finished, I was almost done with it when I showed you guys in my last video, and that is Patriotic Patchwork from Stone Street Stitch Works on Etsy. And there it is, all done. And I just love this piece. It came out so pretty. And I'm looking forward, she's got, I've got Liberty Lane as well, and then she just released a new one. I think it's called Star Spangled, and it's another house type one. I can't wait to stitch it. They're so pretty. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to fully finish this. Probably just put it into a frame. We'll see. But that is all done, and I love it. Okay, so then moving on to what I've been working on. And this will be a mix of whips that I'm working on and some new starts as well. So the first piece that I pulled out, of course, and I knew I was going to after I showed it, was Flower Quaker from Verbena CS on Etsy. And I forgot to take everything out of the plastic bags this time, you guys. Usually I do that, and I don't know. It's been a long week. Okay, Lucy. And there's the Newfie puppy. Okay, Lucy, go lay down. That's why I didn't take things out, because she has been nosing around today. Stop. Go lay down. Okay. So when I showed this one last time, I had actually made negative progress on this when I last showed this. I had to rip out this green motif here and restart it. And so I did that. It's totally done now. And I'm actually close to finishing, to having a page finish. This pattern, it's 6 pages. Obviously it's not full coverage. And the 3 top pages are full pages of a pattern, and then the 3 bottom pages are just half pages. But so this is the end of the border on page 1. And I just have to finish the border up here, and I think there's another large motif here, and I think there might be one more small motif that I have to put in, but then I'll be done with the first page. And I really like this. The colors are so pretty. I did change all of the colors in this one. It was charted in pinks and mauves, and I changed it to blues and greens and the brown. So, but I'm very happy with how this one is coming out. And so hopefully now I can keep the frog away, or the counting errors away from it. Let's hope. Let's hope. It's so much more fun when they just kind of come together. Okay, so then this next one that I worked on, I showed you guys last week. I just bought the pattern. Oops. And where did I put the overall picture? It's in here. I know it's in here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Okay. So I bought this pattern a couple weeks ago, and I showed you guys in my last video. And it is this one. It is by Canicus. I think I pronounced it wrong in my last video. I don't know. I was watching Kathleen from Kathleen's Trodden Trail. She was talking about this designer, and I believe she pronounced it Canicus. But anyway, it doesn't matter how it's pronounced. She makes beautiful patterns. So this is the one I'm working on. This is Raven Moon Nevermore. And when I had talked about this piece in my last video, Michelle Bendy Stitchy had commented about the Facebook group Bewitched Stitches, and that they are doing a Edgar Allan Poe stitch along that started on March 1st. So, of course, I ran and joined the Facebook group and am participating in the stitch along. Oh, sorry, crinkle bags. Okay, so I had to dye fabric for this. So this was the fabric that I dyed. I'll show you guys that first. And that's pretty true to color. It might be a touch darker in real life. But I wanted something, you know, kind of grungy, you know, old looking. It came out okay. I don't know. I'm not thrilled with the fabric color, but I'm stitching on it. We're going with it. Okay, so I actually started this in February, and like I said, the stitch along started March 1st, but I did not get very much done. So this is where I am on it, and let me tell you, This moon is killing me. It's only 3 colors, and there's actually not a whole lot of confetti in there. I mean, it's pretty solid blocks of the colors, but I don't know. It is just, it's a bear to stitch. But it's coming together. And I do like that I've now gotten down to this part here, and this is the big bat. There's a whole bunch of bats that come down here, and this is like the biggest one here. So at least I'm able to kind of break up some of the moon colors and work on some of the darker color. But it's coming together, and I like it. And I have some ideas for how I'd like to fully finish it already, so I'm hoping to have this maybe have this done for this Halloween. I think it'd be really cool. So yeah, so that is Raven Moon Nevermore by Knickus on Etsy. And I just call this Raven. It's just easier for me. Sorry. Lucy, stop. Wow. Usually she just goes and lays down when I do these videos. Not today. Apparently she's very interested in the cross stitching today. Go lay down. Okay. Sorry, trying to figure out how to fold this. Okay, so that was a new start. And I'm going to lose all of my stuff in here. That would not be cool. That would not be cool. Okay, we're just going to close that. All right, so then I decided. Okay, sorry. So then I decided to pull out a whip, and I think I was inspired by the Bewitched Stitches group. They are working on some really amazing things, and they're really cute patterns. And so I pulled out Cackled from Raise the Roof Designs, and I got this for my birthday, one of my birthday charts. And, sorry. Like I said, usually I have all this stuff set. Okay, so this is where I am on there. And I finished up the word cackle. I think I only had the C and the A when I showed this before. Put some more stitching, some more orange into the block, and I think I did another letter too. I don't think I had the T in there before. So it's coming together, but this one's slow, and I don't know why, because it's not a very big pattern, but it does feel kind of slow going. And I had thought that originally it was slower because this was kind of one of the first things I really started working on Evenweave, that I'd started stitching on with Evenweave fabric. But even now that I'm more comfortable with the Evenweave, it still feels kind of slow. I don't know. But it's cute. I can't wait to have this done. I can see this being finished into a really cute cube. So, and I love this fabric. I dyed this fabric and it came out just so nice. So, yeah. So I just got to put in some more time to that. I think that's the big thing. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So the next pattern was actually another one that my husband picked out. So I said in my last video that my husband has been picking out patterns for me. And he had found a pattern or a finished stitch that someone had posted on Stitch Mania, and he really liked it. And it was done in one color, and it had like the geometric look to it. So I went ahead and I showed him the Long Dog Sampler website, and he picked out this one. And this is St. George, and it's really cool. And so he went ahead, he picked out everything. He picked out the fabric color, he picked out the floss color that he wanted. So he wanted it done on white fabric. I asked him, I said, well, do you want it done on Evenweave or do you want it done on Aida? He said Evenweave. I said, okay. So it's going to be done Evenweave. And then he picked out the color 820, which is a really pretty blue. Sorry. Okay. And so this is my very tiny start because I decided to stitch this 1/1 on 28 count Evenweave or Monaco. And I was inspired to do this by McKenna from Stitching in Sequins. I know she stitched, what was it? Prairie Schooler? D-Sampler, that's what it was. I looked it up. She stitched that 1/1. I know that for sure. I'm not sure if she stitched anything else, and I thought it was so cool. And I really wanted to stitch a piece 1/1. I just didn't have a good piece to do, and this one felt like a good one. So it's very tiny. I don't even think it's going to focus in. But it's actually not too bad. The only thing I will say is that as I was stitching this, there's some back stitching in here. And I went ahead and I did the back stitching as I was doing the cross stitch part as well. I will not do that again. I'm one of those, I normally do all of the cross stitches and then I go in and do the back stitching. And that's what I'll go back to, and I will do that from now on with the rest of this. But not too bad. The other thing is I have to have really good light though to do this. Like today would be a good day because it's pretty sunny out and I can't be tired. If I'm tired, forget it. My eyes cannot see to do the 1/1. So got to be wide awake if I want to do that piece. But yeah, so I'm super excited to get that one done, and he's already picked out a couple more that he wants. So he wants another one in a green color. So I'm like, sure, why not? They're fun. They're actually quite fun to stitch. I like, you know, the solid color. So not bad. Okay, so there's that one. And then I went on to, I wrote notes this time. I tried to remember. I forgot so many things in my last video that, you know, I tried to write notes this time to remind myself. Okay. So then I pulled out Love Never Fails, which, yeah, tiny picture, bad picture, but this is by Barbara Anna. And I've been inspired to work on this one. There's somebody on my Instagram who's stitching this, and I can't for the life of me remember now who it is, but it's gorgeous. And so I keep wanting to work on this. So, but this is where I am now. So the last time that I showed this, I had the flowers all done and I had the lady's head done. So I added in this motif here and I started in on, there's a bird that goes here. So I started in on that. And the sad part is this was actually 2 days of progress, or 2 days of stitching. And I ended up having to frog out half of this motif here. And this is another moment that is really frustrating because it was my own stupidity. And I had, the minute I put in the stitch, in fact it was this motif, it was this line right here. The minute I put in this top stitch, I was like, you know what, I think that's off. But I was like, you know what, no, it's fine, I'll keep going. Nope, it was off. It was off. And I knew it, and I just kept going. I ignored myself and I kept going. But anyway, so it is fixed, it's all right now. So I like this one. I really do like this one. I mean, that's my problem. I like everything I'm stitching right now, so I'm having a really hard time staying focused on one piece. I want to stitch everything. I want to work on everything. I want to start everything that I have. I need, you know, like, I don't know what I need. I don't know. If I knew what I needed, maybe that would help. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So another new start, and I don't have an overall picture. It is called Summer Quaker. It's from the Gift of Stitching magazine, issue number 16. I'm just going to show you real quick. This is just the pattern. Okay, and that's what that's what it's going to look like. Like I said, I don't have an overall picture. And I'm stitching this on the 28 count tea-dyed Monaco that I got from 123 Stitch. And so here's my start. And this is the summer one, and there's 4 of these patterns for each season. I think, yeah, I said it was seasonal Quaker, so. Anyway, so this is, like I said, so this is summer. And the orange is a Cosmo thread, and then this variegated here is one that I hand-dyed myself. And I think it's going to be really pretty. Not quite the colors you would normally think of, I guess, with a Quaker. I don't know, though. There's some pretty bright Quakers out there. So, but yeah, I think this is going to be really cute, and it's going to be a really nice seasonal piece. Because I don't do a lot of seasonals. I don't do a lot of summer. Like I said, I don't do a lot of spring and summer stuff. So I'm trying to push myself to do more of that. Okay. Let me just shift things around here. Okay, so then... Okay, so the next 2 pieces that I've worked on, they are new starts. And I blame, in the best possible way, Jen from Jennifer Upton. That's her channel name. She has inspired me to work on these. Okay, so the first one is called Merry Christmas, and it's by Barbara Anna Designs. Again, tiny picture. It's a snowman. And so the reason I had to start this one is that Jen had mentioned well, she hadn't mentioned, but she's been working this year on doing a Christmas ornament a month, and so she picked this one as her ornament for March. So the minute she showed this pattern, I'm like, I have that pattern, I'll stitch it with you, because I had actually wanted to do this last year and I just never got around to it. So, and also, as you can see, I changed every color. It's charted in Gentle Arts, and then it does have the DMC conversion. I changed all of mine to Color and Cotton, and there are, I think, 2 Gentle Arts in there, and then a couple Cosmo threads. The only color that I left the same was the 948, because I just couldn't find a color that I liked that was comparable. Okay, and I'm stitching this on 28 count Monaco in glass blue. And that is where I am. Now Jen finished hers and it is adorable. It turned out so cute. I'm almost done with mine. I'm hoping maybe to get it done tonight. I don't know though. I've got some other things that I need to work on. And then I think what I'm going to do is I left the middle parts of the flowers. They're supposed to be the same gold. I think I might go ahead and do beads in there. And then I also have some really cute snowflake buttons that I might go ahead and do some snowflake buttons instead of stitching all of the snowflakes. But I'm still deciding on that. I don't know. But he's super cute. I can't wait to finish him. You guys know how much I love snowmen. And then I don't know how I'm going to finish it. If I'm going to finish it into an ornament or a... Maybe I'll try a flat fold, or I don't know. Who knows? And I really like this fabric. I will say that too. I really like this glass blue 28 count Monaco from Charles Craft. Really nice fabric to work on. Okay, so again, the next piece, I blame Jen. Jen made me start. No, she didn't. She did. She inspired me to start this one because she is working on a stitch along of a older sampler from one of the older magazines. I believe the magazine is from 1988. Ooh, I don't know, Jen. I might be wrong. I'm sorry. And they're doing they have a Facebook group and everything, and of course I'll put links. You guys know I'll put links in the description box. Anyway, what that inspired was for me to go looking through my older magazines and pull out some things that maybe I want to work on. And so I found this magazine, and I loved the sampler on the cover. But I didn't want to stitch the entire sampler. What I really loved is this portion right here with the sheep. I thought that was super cute. Now, I believe that these yellow things here on the tree, I think they're supposed to be acorns. I'm not 100% sure. They're stitched in shades of gold, so that's, I'm assuming. I changed mine because I want this to be kind of a spring and summer piece. So, I'm almost done with it. Just got a little bit left. Hold on. This fabric is a little bit thinner. So here's where I am. Okay. And yeah, I think it's so super cute. So this is stitched on 28 count Lugana in Springfield Sage, and I bought this off of 123 Stitch. The top border here, this green and yellow, is a floss that I hand dyed myself. And then let's see, the tree, this is a Color and Cotton, and then all the rest is Cosmo Thread, except for the sheep. He is done in Sullivans Thread. But I think it's just super cute. Like I said, and I changed mine to whatever these are. I think they're acorns. I don't know. But I changed them to pinks. And I guess, I don't know. To me, they look like little strawberries, which I think is funny that they're little strawberries hanging from a tree. So I just thought it was kind of funny. And it's cute. And it'll look really good for spring and summer. So, and I have to say, I'm becoming obsessed with stitching sheep. I like stitching sheep. They're so cute. So, alright. So, that is what I've worked on. The only other thing I worked on is that I had a Tuesday night. I didn't feel like stitching. I hadn't slept good Monday night, Tuesday morning. So I was super tired, And I was kind of afraid that if I picked anything to stitch, I would probably end up having to rip it all out because I was just that tired and I wasn't going to be able to focus. So I decided to start winding some of my DMC onto bobbins because I went ahead and I bought, oh, you guys, I always do close-up. Anyway, I went ahead and I bought the double-sided floss box from Amazon. So many stitchers have been showing this, and I finally was like, you know what, I need one. And I do. I need one because my floss is out of control right now. It is everywhere. I have floss in bags like this. I have floss in tote bags. What I want this to be is my full set of DMC. And then I will use my other floss boxes that I have as the overflow boxes. That's my plan, at least. We'll see. So I got a good start on winding some of my loose threads. So we'll see. We'll see if I ever get it organized. Hopefully. Okay, and then we're going to go into the stitchy goodies that I've gotten. But first, I just wanted to mention, there were a couple things I forgot to mention in my last video. First, someone had asked me where I got my Sullivans thread from. I bought it from mynotions.com. They deal in pretty much all Sullivan products, I believe, from what I've seen. They were very easy to work with. It took about, I don't know, 3 days before my threads shipped to me. And I bought quite a few Sullivans floss. And I did email them just to see the status of my order. They were super nice. They got back to me really quick. And then the shipping, they actually, I believe they ship out of Illinois. I live in Michigan. It was here within like 2 days. And they even sent a couple little free gifts. Very nice to work with. The other one was going to talk about stitching with the other brands of floss, and I didn't do that in my last video. I have not had a chance to stitch with the anchor threads yet, but I will say, I'm going to show you guys here with the with this one, because I stitched all of this except for the basket and the brown part here. Okay, sorry. All of this is stitched in Cosmo thread except for the brown part. That was stitched in Sullivans thread, and the bunny was stitched in Gentle Arts. I like the Cosmo thread. I really like the Cosmo thread. It is a smoother feel to it. It has a very shiny finish. I think it's a little bit shinier than DMC. I was a little disappointed in the coverage of the black and the white. I was hoping that it would be a little bit better. It's comparable to DMC. I think it's about the same. Like I said, and I haven't done the anchor thread yet. I know a lot of people say that the anchor is better coverage, especially their black and their white. The thing I will say with the Cosmo thread, I use Thread Heaven pretty much all the time. I use it a lot with the Sullivans thread. Sullivan is a little bit coarser. I like the Thread Heaven. It helps make it a little bit smoother to work with. I also use it for pretty much all of my DMC. With the Cosmo thread, I don't have to use the Thread Heaven at all. It is just such a smoother finish to it that I don't have to use any sort of conditioner, any sort of thread conditioner with it. So I do really like it. I'm very pleased with the Cosmo thread. But I like all the threads. I like DMC. I like the Sullivans thread. They all have their merits. So I like them all, which is probably not good for the pocketbook, but that's okay. Speaking of not good for the pocketbook. Okay, so my purchases for this last couple weeks. First one I'll show you guys. My husband picked out another pattern. And so when my husband picked out another pattern, I got to pick one out too. So this is from Lila Studios. You guys have seen this. A lot of people have been working on this lately that I have seen both on Instagram and Stitch Mania. Let's see if I can get it out of the bag. And that would be Let Freedom Ring. This piece is huge. We have a bet going. I say it's going to take me 20 years to stitch this. My husband says 10. We'll see. I think once I get started on it, it won't be so bad. It just looks really daunting right now. And this may be one that I may go ahead and try and do a smaller fabric count normally a stitch on 28 count. I may have to go ahead and try 32 definitely for this one. We'll see. I bought 32 count fabric for my Mirabilia, so you know, it might not be so bad. So then, of course, like I said, I bought a pattern, the pattern that my husband wanted, so I went ahead and I purchased one for myself. I was going to get the Halloween Quaker because I've admired that one for so long, but then I saw this one, Witch's Night Out, and I fell in love, and I had to have it. I love everything about this. It is so, I just love it. It's so bright, it's colorful, it's cute. I love the witches, I love everything. And it only uses 4 Gentle Arts threads, and then it also calls for 2 of the DMC variegated threads, or variations threads. So I am super excited to start this, you guys. I love this one. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back. Okay, see you guys in a second. Sorry, I was getting really close to the cutoff point that my phone does. So next, what did I get? Oh, my fabric order finally came in. Now, I actually ordered this back at the beginning of February, and not all of it came in yet. There's a couple that are back ordered. In fact, I'm going to have to email them today. But anyway, what did come in? So I got a 28 count Jobelan in Watercress. Sorry. And these are all, of course, still in their individual bags, because if you saw earlier, sometimes the Newfie puppy gets very interested in my fabrics. So this is, and I don't know who this is by. I think this is Silkweaver. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I love this. Like I said, this is a Jobelan. It's really soft too. Very, very soft. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I don't know. So many things I can put on that. So many spring and summer type things. Or even a mermaid would look beautiful on that. Okay. And then I got, this is a 28 count Lugana in Rock Quarry. And it doesn't say who it's by. Hold on, let me see. Maybe if I pull out the receipt, maybe it'll tell me who these are by. No, it does not. No. Oh, Rock Quarry is by, this one is by Silkweaver. I'm sorry. The Watercress one is not. I don't know who that's by. But this one is by Silkweaver. So this is a 28 count Lugana. Just kind of a very pretty gray color. Good neutral. So that's nice. Like that. And I got all of these from Yield Stitchery. They're in Pennsylvania. And then this next one is a 28 count Lugana Autumn Field. This is another Silkweaver. And this is kind of like, this is a weird cut. It's a 13 by 36. But this is what they had left of this fabric, and so I just was like, yeah, go ahead, give it to me. It's a good neutral. So like I said, it's kind of a weird cut, but I stitch a lot of small pieces, so I can, this'll work for a lot of different things. Like, you know, this would be great if I found a good like a banner or a long piece to stitch, you know. So, but this, yeah, this is Autumn Field. Okay, and then the last one that I got is, this is a 28 count Jobelan. This is called Desert Stone, and yep, don't know who this is by. This is a large piece, but isn't this cool? Look at that color. Isn't that pretty? I like that. I can do a lot of different things on that. I can see a lot of Halloween stuff being stitched on that, because it does have kind of an orangish look to it. So yeah. So very happy, and like I said, I do have 2 more that are supposed to be coming. They are by yeah, Picture This Plus. So of course they were busy with the Nashville Market, so I'm hoping they'll be shipping soon. Okay, so let's see. I did get caught up a little bit in the Lizzie Kate madness that she is retiring. I went on 123 Stitch, and I kind of was looking through some of the Lizzie Kates, because I don't have very many. I think I only have one. Not that I don't like Lizzie Kate. I do. So I went through and I picked out patterns that honestly I looked at them and I thought to myself, are you honestly going to stitch this? And that's a hard question sometimes to ask yourself. But I found a few that I'm like, yep, I will definitely stitch it. So I got the 4 Seasons series. I got them all. And I know I've seen so many people stitching these. But I think they're just really cute. And like I said, I'm trying to kind of do more seasonal type stuff so that I can decorate a little bit. And then the other one I saw that I really liked is the Autumn Smalls. And I just really like this. I looked at all of these and I'm like, I will stitch every single one of these. So I went ahead and got it. And then I broke down and I got the 35 new colors in the tin. I just kind of looked at it, and for the price of this, I was like, to kit up everything, or to buy them all separate, I might as well just buy the tin. So, got all of those. I don't know why I was putting it off. I don't think I was really putting it off. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little bit slower. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this one, the Autumn Smalls did come with the buttons and everything that go. So that's nice. I like when, you know, the patterns come with the button packs and stuff, so you don't have to go searching out more stuff. Okay. So that was my 1, 2, 3 stitch order. I've got one last thing. Oh, and I did get a couple DMCs that I was low on. At least I think I was low on. I don't know. This is why I need to organize. Because I think I'm low on something and I keep buying it, and then I swear I do start to organize and I find that I have like 15 skeins of something because I just kept ordering it. Okay, so then Nashville Market. Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche had posted her market finds. She posted a big picture on Instagram of all of the stuff that she purchased at Market, and then she was uploading to her Etsy store. And so of course I started stalking her Etsy store. And so I was good though. I only got 2 patterns. So I got the, hold on, let me get this open so you guys can see it. I got the Heartstring Samplery, the Prairie Life Sampler. Now, I'll be honest, I love Little House on the Prairie. I do. I watched the show when I was a kid. I remember spending an entire summer vacation watching it on TBS because they were re-showing the whole series, and I was like, I can't miss an episode. I have to see all of it. But the reason I got this, I just love it. I love all of the little motifs. I love the saying in the middle. The real things haven't changed. It is still best to be honest and truthful, to be happy with simple pleasures, and have courage when things go wrong. And I read that to my husband, and he really liked it too, and so, yeah, I can't wait to start this. It's so pretty. So I'm very excited to have that one. And then the next one that I got. I have been eyeing this one since the picture of it was released. This is by Brenda Gervais. This is my first Brenda Gervais pattern. Oh, and if it will come out of the package, I can show you it. Okay. It is Indigo Lane. You guys know blue is my favorite color. I love everything about this. I love it all. It's so pretty. And normally I change colors on a lot of patterns. I am not going to change a single color on this pattern. I will buy the exact called for colors because I just love it. And it also comes with this cute little, I don't know what that is. Kind of looks like a little jewelry box or a little, I don't know. But it's cute. So yeah, I can't wait to get this kitted up and started. I love this. So, those were my purchases. That is what I've gotten the last several weeks. And like I said, the fabric order I actually placed back on February 5th, I think. So, you know. So yeah. So that is what I have been up to. My plans, my upcoming plans, I don't really have anything concrete. You guys know I don't really do a whole lot of plans. I just stitch whatever calls to me when it calls to me. Other than that, we are planning a day trip on Saturday. My family and I, all of us are going. We're going to a little bit of a bigger city than what we live in, which, yeah, we live in a pretty small area, but I'm so excited. So I'm kind of keeping it a little cryptic because, you know, you just never know. Plans end up changing and stuff. But I will say, if we get to go on the trip, it's going to be so much fun. I get to go to a needle workshop. Oh, I can't wait. I haven't been to a needle workshop since I think I was my son's age. So it's probably like 12, 13. And I didn't stitch back then. So for me, it wasn't fun. It was a trip for my mom and my grandma. This is for me. Obviously, yeah. So if we do get to go, look out on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Crafting Paws. And I'm sure I'll be posting lots of pictures. I'll probably be doing some Instagram stories. And I may go ahead and do an Instagram Live. We'll see. So anyway, so I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend coming up. And you get to have lots of stitchy time. And thank you guys so much for joining me and visiting with me for a little while, and I will see you guys again in a couple weeks. Bye, everybody.